एजुकेशन तो हम सब पढ़ेंगे आगे।
उसके बाद ही
जब मैं कॉलेज में बैठा हूँ, अब मैंने यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मुंबई से मैंने मास्टर्स किया है साइकोलॉजी में, तब मेरे क्लासमेट्स ने मुझे पूछा नहीं कि आप गे हो, आप हिंदू हो, आप मुसलमान हो, आप यहाँ पर पढ़ने आए हो, मैं भी पढ़ने आई हूँ। जब आप ये प्रश्न बंद करेंगे तब हम प्रोग्रेस करेंगे।
See, you've been, your launch is Pride Anthem, and I can call yourself as a pride of in your community as well, because you are doing so much. Okay? So the thing is, you've been a composer, you've been a writer, you've been a singer, you have already performed, now all this you're doing. So where you found like, where you're lacking, that you could have been more than what you are, like in society wise, did you got any criticism or something that it should have not been there, and wo nahi hota so I could have been more what I am?
I think this is what this whole thing about labels. We attach labels, right? So we say that a woman should not drive, a woman should not do this, a woman should not, a man should not cook, a man should not take care of his children. We label people like this. So even with the gay community or the LGBT community, there are labels that are put to us. So I think if you don't compartmentalize us into boxes, when I say the larger society, I'm saying that when you don't compartmentalize people into boxes, then you allow them the freedom to excel. And I think, of course, if things were different, it's not like I chose to be gay, or you chose to be straight, or she chose to be transgender. It's what we feel from within, and this is how we've been made. And I think that when people start respecting that, this comes from respecting yourself. You can only respect someone else if you respect yourself. When you disrespect someone else, you're doing a very big disservice to yourself. Because who teaches another child, like when we are growing up, who teaches you to hit someone, abuse someone, insult someone for who they are? Nobody teaches us this. We pick these things up. So we need to be very picky about what we pick up.
Now already in your, sorry to call it a community, in your community there are already established celebrities are there. Like I won't name them, like fashion designers are there, producers are there, the actors are there. Have you ever people thought to come together and exploit yourself and come with yourself in a bigger way?
I think there are a lot of organizations. Like for example, even here, like the Keshav Suri Foundation. I think according to me, he's probably one of the only people that tries to get everybody together. I think there are, again, I don't want to name people. There are people in the industry who are very powerful. I don't want to name them, they know who they are. But they have the power to change people's perspectives through their movies and through the dialogues that their people use in their movies. And they've chosen not to do it for so many years. So now how can I and you go and tell that person what to do? He'll be like, don't buy the ticket. It's my movie, I want to do what I want to do with the movie. Now if that person also doesn't want to change, you can't. It's not like saying that within the gay community everybody is an angel. You will find, people who are a little, even in the community, we are also people. Again I'm saying, we're as human as you. How many mistakes you make, we probably make the same amount. It's not like we are pure and pious. No one is like, everybody comes with their, pros and their cons. So even in our community, we have people like that who will not support the next person. So, I mean, good luck to them. If they, in their superficial world, they're happy, good for them. I wish them well.
Sushant, the attitude towards transgenders and gays is definitely changing.
Yes.
The very fact today, a journalist friend of mine here, he told me this is a new web series where a boy is in love with a girl. Instead of telling, oh, this is a gay.
Yes, yes.
So, regarding that, I am telling you, I know only one gay or called transgender, Pankaj Sharma, who became eventually Bobby Darling.
Yeah.
Rajesh Sharma.
Pankaj Sharma का
I think it's Pankaj.
नहीं बोला राजेश पंकज मेरा दोस्त था इसलिए पंकज शर्मा मुझे मालूम है तो in your case not that I am trying to show off but as an ignorant person let me ask you were you Sushant Divgikar who changed into Rani Ko-He-Nur or it is only an act for you in a show?
So a drag performer is basically someone who transforms into a character. So I am Sushant, and I will always be Sushant. But Sushant transforms into Rani for a show or a performance only. Then I get back into being Sushant. That's just for the performance. Now when I have to go and drop my niece to school, go and pay my checks, I don't go as Rani, I go as Sushant. So that is this. But when you say transgender is someone like an Urmi, she's a trans woman, who has transitioned, into becoming a woman because she has was born a man, but the thing is that she, in her heart, believes she's a woman, and so she's a trans woman. But yeah, so there is a difference. So I'm very glad you asked this question because it solves a lot of other people's doubts. But drag is an art form where you transform.
Why you give predominance to Rani and then Sushant Divgikar instead of Sushant
Because
Divgikar?
Rani is featured in the song more than Sushant, and because according to LGBT history, the people that we put down the most, okay, who are even in the LGBT community, we don't respect the transgender as much. They should be respected. I'm telling you, जो आपने भी पूछा था, in our ancient history, ये सदियों से भीख नहीं मांगते, सदियों से हम उनके पैर पड़ते थे, हम आज भी उनको बच्चों का आशीर्वाद देने के लिए बुलाते हैं. उसके बाद हम लोग उनको ही गाली देते हैं. तो मतलब हमारा ही प्रॉब्लम है, उनका तो है. तो अगर हम उनको काम नहीं देंगे तो कहाँ? So it all starts and ends with us only. ये हमारा ही करना है, उनका कुछ नहीं है. ये तो they've been, I think that they're the oldest transgender community in the Hijra community. We should be proud of them. In the world, they're the oldest. They were treated as demigods. So this is what, and then, so these are the people that were on the front fighting for the rights when people who used to live in South Bombay and the lavish houses were still in the closet because they were scared, but they were not scared because the society had already ridiculed so much. They were like, if we don't fight for ourselves, who will fight? The fight started with them, and then drag queens and the transgender women. They were at the forefront of the LGBT struggle right from whether it is abroad or even here. Here you had people like Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi. You've had Abhina, you've had Urmi. There you had Gauri Sawant, you've had Salma Guru. All these people who are not celebrated as much as they should be celebrated.
What is the reason, in spite of the new climate legislation and all, still gay people and transgenders don't get good employment? People still frown at that.
Yeah, I said this.
And also, when in fiction series, modernity is there and transgenders are doing roles,
they are not done by transgender people. Yeah, no. So
they are
it's changing.
To look like comedy characters.
It's changing now. So what is happening is that I think what I have a problem is that even if there is a role that is of a gay person or a transgender person, they should actually take transgender people to play that role. You don't have to. It's just like how a straight person will play a gay role or a trans role. Why don't you have a trans woman playing a role of a woman? Why does she have to only play transgender roles? Or why does a gay man have to only play gay roles? When straight men can play gay roles, why can't gay men play straight roles? Then your acting comes into fore, na? It's about that. So I think, and about employment, I think one must learn from places like the Keshav Suri Foundation, the Lalit Group, the Godrej Industries. They are very, very nice when it comes to the LGBT policies. The VIP industries. So there are 3 or 4 out of so many industries that you have, and also the MNCs. We are not allowed policies because it's an MNC, so they have their foreign policies that they can't use here for various reasons. So we need to also make an effort from how we change our policies internally. Externally, you will get a lot of support, but the thing is that internally, now when you make a policy, or if you don't have a policy in place, it doesn't mean you don't have employees who belong to the community, from the LGBT community. But also when you make a policy, you need to sensitize your already existing employees as to how to treat the other employees. So it's something that maybe we could give crash courses to the the corporates at the Lalit Hotel. We could have one separate press conference for that.
Sushant, you well again I come to same thing that you already established and whatever you wanted you have already achieved. Are you looking for international venture when you are doing all this?
This is actually an international venture. It is released worldwide. So this is my international debut as a singer. And even then, I requested whether we could have Hindi in it because I think that how much ever we think that it's cool to not sing Hindi and it's cool to add English and Western and all of that. I think I'm very close to my roots also, and I think that Hindustani classical music is, I think, one of the best forms of training one can receive, and also then to incorporate, there is a sitar we've incorporated in the other songs, and then the harmonium is there, and the tabla is there, the dhol is there. So I think this is very important to share with the world. We must share our cultural heritage with the world, and I think that it's great.
Looking out for any collaboration?
I hope, I mean, I'm available to collaborate. So is Old Me, so are all of us. If you think we sing well and we do a good job, please book us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Is Anthem ready?
Yes.
सफल हो गया हमेशा
किंवा हिंदू मुस्लिम असो ते कास्ट सिस्टम असो तर पण आपण ओरिएंटेशनमध्ये बघितलंच नाही आहे की असं पण त्यांनी केलं. सो आय थिंक इट इज आवर ड्युटी टू डू दॅट.
म्हणजे एक तू या कम्युनिटीमध्ये तू एक मोठा आहे त्यामुळे तू एक जबाबदारी म्हणून की आपल्या लोकांना म्हणजे तुझं हे कर्तव्य समजतं की या आपले जे लोक आहेत त्यांना तू एक जागरूक करायचं आहे आणि लढायची ताकद आहे तर एक तुझं एक राणी कोहिनूर अवतार काय त्याच्या आणि या म्हणजे गाणं आहे त्याच्यामध्ये LGBT कम्युनिटीचे म्हणजे ट्रूपची जी लोक आहेत
बिकॉज मला दाखवायचं आहे की LGBT कम्युनिटीमध्ये पण इतके रंग आहेत, इतकी टॅलेंट आहे आणि इतकं काय काय करू शकतात तर त्यांना पण चान्स द्या. मी घेणार बिकॉज मी स्वतः पण कम्युनिटीमध्ये मी पण बघितलं की माझ्यासाठी पण खूप म्हणजे त्रास मला पण
स्ट्रगल खूप
म्हणजे तुम्ही समजा आता मी जेव्हा स्टार्ट केलं त्याच्या 13 वर्षानंतर माझं फर्स्ट आणि कोणी दिलंय कोणी बाहेर राहून नाही बाहेरच्यानी दिलं म्हणजे आपल्या लोकांना कशाला लाज वाटते आपल्याला द्यायला. टॅलेंट असलं तर मग जेव्हा ते करणार मग आपण बोलतात की
तुझ्या करिअरच्या 13 वर्षानंतर आज तुझं फर्स्ट एक
सिंगिंग फर्स्ट
शो म्हणजे तुझे भरपूर आहेत पण एक असं तुला गाणं
माय इंडिव्हिज्युअल सिंगिंग ॲज इन अन ॲल्बम.
म्हणजे एक संत आहे ना की हे जर आधी आपल्या देशातलं कोणीतरी केलं असतं तरी चांगलं असतं. एखाद्या परदेशी नागरिकाला आपलं दुःख समजतं आणि तो आपल्या समस्या या असं गाण्यात तर याला प्राईड अँथम का म्हणतो काय नाही
प्राईड म्हणजे आय थिंक इट इज बिकॉज एव्हरीबडी मस्ट टेक प्राईड इन when I said earlier that you must accept yourself. You should be proud. आता तुम्ही प्राईड ठेवतात की तुम्ही जर्नलिस्ट आहोत, तुम्ही अशी स्टोरीज कव्हर करतात, यू गो गिव्ह द ट्रूथ टू युअर ऑडियन्स, टू युअर रीडर्स. You take pride in that. So I take pride in my art. I take pride in being myself. That is my pride. You should be proud of yourself.
पण या म्हणजे फक्त या गाण्याचं नाव उल्लवलं गेलं होतं म्हणजे एक सिंगल गाणं
हो
आणि ते आणखी गाणं काही
अल्बमचं नाव रेनबो आहे.
रेनबो आहे त्यातलं हे पहिलं गाणं आलं आहे
पहिलं गाणं.
ओके आणि ही ऑफर कधी आली होती आणि तुला 377 नंतर त्यामध्ये काय झालं चेंजेस
तरी 1.5 वर्षापूर्वी मला
ऑफर आली
आणि त्याच्यानंतर जेव्हा आपण हे करत गेलो व्हिडिओ तेव्हा लॉस पण चेंज झाले.
त्यानंतर मग ते गाण्याचे शब्द वगैरे
शब्द पण लिरिक्स पण चेंज करायला पडले. मग ट्यून चेंज करायला लागला. तर काय काय होतं पण 1.5 वर्ष लागली एक म्हणजे एक ॲल्बम बनवायला. तर खूप काम लागतं, खूप म्हणजे त्रास त्यांना पण झालेला बिकॉज ते स्वीडनमधून युरोपमधून ते स्टॉकहोममध्ये राहतात स्वीडन. ते लंडनमध्ये कधी गेले, कधी मिक्सिंग करायला कंपोज करायला लंडनमध्ये गेले, मग इथे आले शूट करायला, मग परत गेले एडिट करायला. तर त्यांनी पण किती त्रास घेतला. इथे आपण आपले कंपोजर्स आणि इथे बसले असतात, कशाला द्यायला त्यांना कशाला त्रास. गायकीमध्ये काही कमी असली तर मला कळतं. माझ्या तोंडावर लोकांनी बोलले तुझ्या गायकीत काही कमी नाही, पण बिकॉज यू आर फ्रॉम द कम्युनिटी तर ऑडियन्स तुला ॲक्सेप्ट नाही करत. काय बोलतात आय डोंट थिंक सो. तर मी जेव्हा रियालिटी शोज केले तेव्हा मॅक्सिमम मलाच आवडले, म्हणजे मीच आवडलो लोकांना. त्याच्यात काय
या संदर्भात तुझं एक वाक्य मी लिहून ठेवलं की एंटर हार्ट विथ युअर हार्ट.
येस, यू मस्ट एंटर युअर हार्ट, पीपल्स हार्ट विथ युअर हार्ट. आय थिंक
तसंच म्हणजे तुला कलेने लोकांचं मन जिंकायचं आहे आणि तसंच समाजाचे जे कलाकार आहेत LGBT
बिलकुल.
तर त्यांनीही पुढे यावं, आपलं टॅलेंट
हो.
दाखवावं, तुम्हाला संधी नक्कीच
पहिलं
मिळेल.
तुम्ही टॅलेंट द्या, मग नंतर बघायचं की तुम्ही काय. ते पहिले बघायचंच नाही की तुम्ही कोण आहे, कुठून आला आहे. आता तुम्ही सिंगिंगचा ऑडिशन देताय तर तुमचा आवाज तुम्ही प्लेबॅक करा फॉर एक्झाम्पल, नाहीतर तुम्ही स्वतःचा ॲल्बम बनवा. तर तुमचा आवाज आहे, त्याला थोडं इथे तिथे एडिट करू शकतो, पण तुमच्या आवाजाला कम्प्लिटली चेंज नाही करू शकत. आणि त्याच्या मागे कोणाचा चेहरा आहे, तो काय करतो, तो घरी जाऊन काय करतो, तो
ते कोणाला घेणं देणं नाही.
कशाला. तर
तुमचं काम बघा, एक कामात तुमची ओळख निर्माण करा.
ॲब्सोल्युटली. तर युअर आर्ट शुड स्पीक फॉर यू.
खूप छान वाटलं. आणि बाकीची गाणी कधी पण करणार?
सॉरी,
बाकीची गाणी कधीपर्यंत करणार?
आय थिंक इन 2 महिन्यात ऑल द सॉंग.
साधारण किती गाणी?
6 गाणे आहेत. माझे 2 आहेत आणि बाकीचे
रेनबो राईट्स का नाव?
you can search on, so if you search Love is Love Rainbow Rights on YouTube, it will come. It's
So
actually,
LGBTQI.
it's actually, it's a,
Why we are not calling it LGBTQI?
yeah, because I think I call it pride anthem because I think everybody must take pride in being who they are, their authentic self, and I think that it's about time, you know, in a day and age where we see some other places that have really gone forward by leaps and bounds. I think it is about time we give basic rights to for just being and not feeling threatened under the law to people. And it will get better, of course. But the only thing is that I think we need to start somewhere. So I think Section 377 ruling was in our favor, I thought, and then I thought that it's very essential to sort of keep motivating people to do better and like push them out of their comfort zone. Not only the gay people or the LGBT people, even the straight people, to push them out of the comfort zone and tell them that listen, we are no different. And so you should also feel pride in accepting us. And just being as normal as you are with your heterosexual colleagues or friends, family. So I think
Also tell me, is now India joins the league of how many such countries would have their
God, I'm sorry. Can I be like